When it comes to deer nutrition, we depend on a 365-day-a-year system. That's why we rely on Big Tine.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win. I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor, doctor. New York, London to Japan. I'ma show the whole world who I am. Boom.
The Raven Project is brought to you by Big Tine. Attract, develop, grow.
That means what I think it means. We're in trouble.
Case IH. Rethink productivity.
Dear Lord in heaven.
Hawk Optics. Vision accomplished.
What a Sam Hill.
Deer Grow. Better food plots, bigger deer. Scentlock, the most effective whitetail gear ever made.
Better find myself some camouflage.
Where? Oh, yeah, that's him. Okay. He's 41 right there, you got him. Yeah. Okay, here comes another little buck out. I gotta let him clear first. You good? Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Finally, favorite time of the year has finally came. After all the work, we are here at the Raven and ready to go for the first camp of the year.
All the time, all the preparation, we've been working our butts off all summer. It's finally here, it's deer season.
I feel like we're more prepared, and even the farm per se, than we've ever been this time of year leading into our first camp of the year. Between going the extra mile and putting in the extra work, to putting new food plots in the ground, to getting the drill set better this year, to getting everything planted, more precisely, and then getting a good rain on top of all of our plots after we put them in. Like, things are teeing up to be exceptional. All things considered, man, it's looking golden.
So this is the third year on the Raven. This year, it's all starting to pay off. I mean, the deer on this place have doubled. We got a lot of good mature deer, and I couldn't be more excited to start off this season.
Well, get the dance floor ready, boys, because I'm cutting it up tonight.
Man, we got all kinds of people in camp. We got Hosey, our good buddy Adam Thurman, my brother, myself, Dustin.
She started walking fast. I was like, Bap, I stopped her to try to get a shot, and I went to draw, and she just started trotting on the field. I was like, okay.
On most years, we're scrambling to find one mature deer that's doing something consistent. This year we got options. Heck, this year we've got a whole board full of shooters that we've got a pretty good eye on. So Hosey has options going into this week, but there's one deer in particular, Big Ron, man, that's been showing very, very consistent in a place that we call the Secluded, and we've set that place up with Borderline and with Big Tine Long Range. So I'm thinking Big Ron, man, this week for Hosey could be #1 on the hit list.
Right off the bat, I'm looking to go after Beamer. We're gonna see how that goes, and then we might have to transition to Old Scar.
So I got my eyes on a deer we call Crossover. I've been watching him all summer long, and he's showing up every night like clockwork.
I'm thinking seriously, man, I got a deer that I call the 6x6. He's a 5-year-old, had him for a couple years, had history with him for a couple years, and he's showing pretty consistently on another Big Tine Long Range plot. The wind's wrong for the blind, so I'm gonna go in and put up a set of Millenniums, hunt it from the opposite side of the food plot. And I got high hopes that this deer is going to make an appearance just off of how consistent that he's been here in the last few days.
Dude, man, all the food plot and all the road work, all the picking up rocks, tree stand hanging, arguing with my brother, literally everything you can think of boils down to this: deer season at the Raven.
We're getting it kicked off. Night #1 out here at the Raven, Missouri, with my boy Birdsong, Cody, Thurman, Dustin, and the crew out here at the Raven. What a blessing it is to be out here with these boys. Me and Scuba tucked in tonight, and we got good temperatures for this time of the year. Temps in the low 70s, so all things considered, these deer should be up and moving. We're going to give it our best. We're going to have a good time here. We're thankful to Birdsong and his family for having us out. And good Lord willing, we're going to launch a muzzy. It's time to rock and roll out here at the Raven. Let's get them. Hide your ass there at the edge of that timber. Oh yeah, here comes another deer, another doe coming out. You see her? Yeah. I think they had to see something. They were looking hard.
To your left, right here. To your left.
Where?
To your left.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's him. That's him. That's him. There you want him there. Yeah. Watch these does. Watch these does. Okay. It's 41 right there. You go. I got him. Little buck out. Good. Yeah. There we go. Smoked him, buddy. Oh, Big Ron. Oh, Big Ron. Now you wanted the Raven. My man, Birdsong, Cody, Dustin. I cannot thank you boys enough. I love you boys. Letting us come out here and enjoy your guys' farms. Share camp with you and your family. And I think we just smoked Big Ron. Went back to camp and got the hounds. I mean, really the draggers. Felt good about the shot, but we went back, kind of watched the footage just to be sure. I didn't want to step in there without the old bear, old boss man.
I don't think we're gonna have to do. I don't think we're gonna have to do two.
Let's run that again. Let's run that again. Hey boys, right there.
Boy, he almost took her to the creek, didn't he?
That is a tank, dude.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, boys. Where's Cody, man?
Good job.
Look at that tank of a Missouri deer. I cannot thank you boys enough. And I mean, I know this. I'll be the first to admit I talk a lot of trash.
You don't say.
I talk a lot of trash, but I promise you, when it comes to appreciation, there's nobody who appreciates you guys more than I do. All the work you guys put in, mostly Cody, throughout the summer.
We know that's right.
And allowing us to come out and enjoy deer camp with you guys and enjoy this land. Just trust me. You know, I appreciate it, and you know, blessed to call you boys friends and to come out here and hunt with you fellas and be a part of this team, and to be able to put my Missouri bow tag on a deer like this. I mean, talk about unique, just heavy bases. His tines, when I was looking at him, when he stepped out, I was like, man, that thing is wild looking.
He is.
Big old body deer. Let's get him tagged up, and it's time to celebrate. Thank you guys again for having me a part of the team and out here at this camp. And my man Scuba for always sticking with me, man. Another amazing memory tonight out in the woods in God's creation. We are blessed. We appreciate it. And hey, cheers to season 13.
That's right.
We kicked it off with old Big Ron.
Big Ron is down.
Thank you, boys. Let's get them tagged up, and let's just keep the tradition going. You guys drag it. Okay.
The Raven Project is brought to you by Outdoor Edge Knives, Field to Freezer, and everything in between. Hooeyman, your land, your legacy. On X Hunt app, know where you stand. Baker Implement, trusted equipment of the Raven Project.
Sometimes you just come into those spots with a set of new stands and you get them up in the tree and it just feels right. We come in here yesterday and hunted across the plot, and after seeing the movement that we did, we felt like with the wind we needed to be on this side. Wasn't sure how the tree was going to act. Come in here today, late morning, got this set up, and as soon as I got it up here, I'm like, man, this is where it needed to be the entire time. We got about probably an 8.5, a big time long range with the Hooeyman electric fence around it, so they've grazed off a lot of it. Big 6x6 in here that we've been hunting. It's kind of our target buck. Doing a little hang and bang in Missouri. Hopefully gonna kick off or continue to kick off the Raven in a strong fashion. Hosey shot a really nice big 5.5-year-old a couple nights ago. We need to continue the party tonight. I think this is the tree to get it done in too. Can you see him right here, Cody? It's him. Might have to shoot him in the timber right here.
All of a sudden, I hear something in the timber. I look to the left, and here he is like a vacuum cleaner, nose to the ground, coming through eating white oaks. And I'm freaking out because we're set up in this set to shoot the food plot. It's already got almost completely dark inside of the woods. It's happened numerous times to me over the years, and here we are. I find myself right back in the same situation. I can already tell the camera is about to save another one's life. We were about this close from being even higher on the leaderboard.
Why didn't
Man,
you send it, dude?
what happened? It's too dark in there. I mean, he had a couple spots. I mean, it was thick in there, you know?
Yeah.
He
Where'd he
come
come
in-
back behind you?
Yeah, he circled in behind us, just vacuum cleaning acorns up off the
Did
ground.
he come into the pot at all?
Mm-mm.
This field was full. I think we had 15 deer in this plot. And that 8-point was one of the deer we come in here to shoot. He come right behind us. I mean, all the work we put in on this farm, all the sweat and blood and tears that we've shed this summer. I mean, we worked harder this summer than I have ever worked. And we have fought and we bickered. But it is all for that right there. Yes. He jumped right here. He jumped in right in there and like struggled for a little bit and then got up.
We get out there, we start tracking, we take it 150 yards on very, very little blood, and I'm not going to lie, at this point, like I feel like we should have already got our hands on this deer, and it's going from being on cloud 9 to kind of being down in the dumps, because all of a sudden that worry starts setting in that, are we going to get our hands on this deer?
Hey, listen. We're all one unit, we're a team right here. We got a very important job. We gotta stay on last blood. They only put the best hunters and huntresses on last blood, okay? So we just hang tight, we stick together, and no matter what, we keep the faith. It's a motivational moment.
You know, when we tracked this deer for probably 100 yards, just pin drops, and didn't find any more. So we backed out, gonna head back to camp and go back out in the morning.
We got a wounded deer out there somewhere. Stress is high, tension's high at the Raven tonight. The only thing I know to do is get up at daylight and start gridding. I'm confident he's out there somewhere. I mean, the only other option is kind of the last resort to call in, you know, a deer recovery dog, and at that point I'm willing to do whatever it takes still to get this deer recovered.
We've already put on some miles this morning, but we haven't found them, so all you can do is keep trying, you know? I mean, we've put our heads together and we've watched the shot a million times. It's not a bad shot, but we think he probably has the arrow in him, so he's not bleeding, and I don't know, just gotta stick with it.
So at this point, I mean, we have exhausted every effort we possibly could, you know, to try to recover this deer. We brought the dog out, spent 3 or 4 hours searching for this deer, and we have come up with nothing. So I'm gonna spend the next day or two trying to recover this deer.
So this is a tough situation, and unfortunately this is a part of bow hunting sometimes. What looked to be a pretty good shot, as we got in there, we found very little blood, and we were afraid that he could have been a little bit high and forward, potentially missing the lungs. We exhausted all efforts, we covered miles, we brought a dog in, we did everything we could respectfully to this deer, because as hunters, whether or not, you know, you're hunting for the first time or you've hunted for 25 years, respect for the animals is the biggest thing. Get out there, respect God's creation. That's what we did. We tried as hard as we could. We covered miles to try to find this deer. Unfortunately, we came up empty-handed. But one thing we all were, we are out there, we were Team Dustin, and we were doing our best to find this deer for him. Just unfortunately came up empty-handed.
So I'm a little beat down from looking for this deer all day long. So I'm gonna take a little nap, wake up, and take the boy hunting.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Everybody's always calling me lazy and that I don't do anything around here. I show up to camp and literally everyone is asleep besides Ace, who's just standing out here playing bags. You know, the wind wasn't very good for any of the target bucks that I was going after, so I'm looking at Ace and an idea pops in my head. Here's the deal, buddy. Dustin texted me and we're gonna go hunt tonight, okay?
Okay.
But you can't tell him, okay? We're not gonna worry about it. And me and you are just gonna go hunting, okay?
Okay.
Deal?
Deal.
You ever shot a crossbow before?
No.
I don't think he's gonna tote that far. I think you're fine. I think you got it figured out.
Number one, Cody can't take care of himself. Him taking a kid is gonna get interesting in a hurry, I'm afraid.
That little son of a bitch. I wake up and he's kidnapping my kid. Y'all seen Ace?
Sometimes you just gotta steal kids.
Oh, shit.
We get here after my brother specifically telling me that there's 2 chairs already in here, so we bring 1 more, so we have 3. We get in here and there's no chairs, so I guess everybody but Ace is gonna be sitting on the floor, but I guess that's kind of karma for stealing a kid. The reason why we're in here is kind of the perfect recipe. We're in a bog blind that we've got on a platform here that you guys seen us move earlier in the summer. The wind is right in our face. The deer are bedded right upwind. It's only about maybe 35 yards across this plot. It's perfect for little man, even though he can literally drill him at 100, but pretty much the perfect recipe for success. We got big time main event in here and they've been hammering it. It was a little hotter today, so we got in here a little bit later, but we feel pretty dang good about it. I'm super excited to be taking Ace hunting, and hey, if you ain't got a kid, steal a kid.
Bear.
Right on the shoulder. Oh gosh. Good job, bro. Good job, buddy. What were you scared for?
Just like every time I hear the just like birds are there.
That's why we hunt, buddy.
Boys. Get. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
You could have given me a heads up.
I'm sorry about that.
Hey, against Cody. I didn't know about Ace. I wouldn't have signed up for that. You shoot one?
Dude, blistered one, bro. Blistered her.
First one with the bow, ain't it? You did it good?
Yeah.
Boy down there?
Yeah, right there on that leaf right there. We were in here after Ace Man's deer. We had a little fiasco. Couldn't find the blood again. We think she circled around the back of us, but we're back on it now. I don't know.
What is that?
Dude.
Look at that shot, dude. Good job.
She wrapped up around a tree.
Man, all in all, I couldn't be any happier on how this first Raven camp turned out, from who was in camp to the camaraderie. I mean, throwing bags, sitting around the campfire every night, and then to be able to shoot one of our target bucks right off the bat, be able to shoot some does, which is a huge part of our management program, and just kind of see that whole first camp come together and just get that feeling that, hey, it's deer season again, man. This is deer camp, and this is what deer camp's all supposed to be about. And that's exactly what the Raven Project, at the end of the day, is supposed to be.
Why didn't you come to me? Tell it to the kids who love you. Why didn't know you do that to me? Laughing as the wind blows wildly.
You get me? Come on.